Okay, so this next one is kind of like what I was talking about for the spinner one when we're creating the dot plot. So each one of those dots represents a time when we attempted those 34 attempts. So in this first dot right here, that 14 means that he completed 14 out of 34 attempts. This over here, this 29 represents he completed 29 out of 34 attempts. So after I listed out the I's and the C's, each dot is one of those strands of I's and C's, and then where I highlighted the C's, that's the number that I'm recording. So that's actually what is represented here in this dot plot. So the first question asks, in context, explain what it means to have an ability of 64%. There is specific phrasing that you have to use for ability. It is a definition word, basically. And the way that you would word it is you would say, given infinite amount of chances. And I would have to see the word infinite because the ability cannot really be calculated. And infinity really cannot be calculated. So given infinite amount of chances, that's what Peyton Manning would be able to do. So infinite amount of chances. Peyton Manning, spelled Peyton wrong. Peyton Manning would complete a pass 64% of the time. So what I'm really looking for that question is infinite amount of chances, because that's the definition of ability. It's what you can do if you're given infinite amount of chances. In 100 simulated football games, what was his best performance? So what was his best? It was that 29. So his best was 29. What was his worst simulation? And these are just simulations. These aren't actually things that happened. The 34 attempts happened. The 64% happened based on the law of large numbers in a long span of or a long set of performances. But each one of these dots is just a simulation. So this is a simulated 29. This is a simulated 14. So his worst, obviously, is the 14. Okay, suppose that his actual game next season, he attempts 34 and he completes 25 of them. Would that be surprising? So here's the tricky part. In this region right here, throughout all this region, each one of these dots are simulated by random chance. Okay, anything to the left is surprising because it's not simulated. So it's surprising, and also because it's lower than what we would expect, that could suggest that his ability decreased. Anything to the right of the region that was simulated is surprising because that would suggest that his ability had increased. So what that means is if I simulated 25, I look in the dot plot and I see where is 25. It does not matter how many he simulated. It doesn't matter if there's 100 dots on 25 or 1 dot on 25. That 1 dot is simulated by random chance, which means it's possible to happen. I'm not surprised because any random time it could come up. So the way that you would answer this question is you would say, no, it is not surprising. Because I was able to simulate 25 out of 34 by random chance. Notice that I'm writing in complete sentences. I know it stinks, but statistics is analytical. It's writing. So we want to have complete thoughts and complete sentences. So no, it's not surprising because I was able to simulate 25 out of 34 by random chance.